Hello parents and teachers, I am Dr. G. Senthilkumar, Chairman, Helikx Open School and Learning Center, Salem, Tamil Nadu. Thank you very much for supporting us for the last 21 years, and I thank all the subscribers who have attended our program, who have taken our certificate programs. Now this particular video, again I am making it for the purpose of awareness. In spite of lot of materials available with regard to dyslexia, with regard to hyperactive children, still there has been a lot of myth and confusion when it comes to identifying a dyslexic children and a hyperactive child. As we all know, more than 10 to 12% of our children, school-going children, are, in fact, we need not to call as affected by dyslexia, because we all know it's just a wiring challenge that's in the brain, and these children definitely think very differently, and with the use of multiple intelligence theory they can very well succeed in their life. And of course, as they move on, as they grow, they also learn coping up strategy on their own. So this is where even today parents find it very difficult. And after the pandemic, there is one more challenge which has come forward. It's called the learning gap. I'm sure everybody would have known about what is learning gap. Learning gap occurs when a child does not go to school for more than 2 months. So when the child does not go for a 2 months period, a child can have a learning gap in his academics, in his learning aspect of it. Just think, our children have not gone to school for more than 18 months. So there could be, even for average students or so-called normal student, when they come back to school, they are going to have challenges in reading, writing, spelling and mathematic aspects. So we have to again go to the foundation part of it. We have to do a basic awareness of it, again do the simple strategies that what been taught in their early age. So these are going to play a very important role. So more than 60% of the children, or 70-75% of the children will have this learning gap. So let's not panic. This also brings into a great discussion whether a child who is having a learning gap can be considered as dyslexic. No. So this is a lot of question now parents are asking. Because of this 18 months, children not going to school and taking up an online program, I'm sure this gap need to be understood properly. Dyslexia is a condition. Okay? It's a condition. It's because of the wiring. So that is a separate issue. Learning gap is a separate issue. And hyperactive. When it comes to hyperactive, let's please understand. Please understand what is hyperactive, impulsive, inattention. All these things plays a greater role for our children to sit in a class, to gather the information, process it, analyze, interpret, and then answer the question. So these are the three areas which I want the parents to understand. And when you need to understand all these things, there are three factors. One is the health factor, the second one is the development factor, and the third one is the intelligence area. Of course, the other things comes as a learning strategies, which I will talk in the different video. Now, health factor plays a very important role for any child, right from their birth. So from their weight, how they really grow up, physically and mentally, those things are going to play a major role. And when it comes to development, I'm sure all of you will know a healthy development will always lead to a healthy learning aspect also. When a child has a challenge in the developmental aspect, we call it as a milestones. If they have a 1 year, 2 year gap or a delay due to obvious reasons, I'm sure this is going to contribute in a challenge on the learning aspect. So this is where you people have to understand whether the child has a developmental issue or it has any intelligence challenges. When it comes to intelligence, the normal or an average intelligence is called as 90 plus. 70% of the population, an IQ, if you just test it, they will fall under a 90 to 100. So children with dyslexic, their IQ will be above 90 only. Let's understand this. 90 plus. So I've been running this school for last 21 years. I have more than 70 children, in which 50% of them are dyslexic. When we take their IQ, they are above 90, 110 and 190, 20. So let's understand. Let's not get confused with this intelligence quotient. And as I informed earlier also, don't only rely on the IQ alone, because their EQ, and apart from that, that multiple intelligence is very important. So this year, one of my alumni was a dyslexic, went on to complete his 12th standard, completed his visual communication, and he has taken a first short film, and the short film has won the award in the category of dialogue writing. Okay, so let's understand. So let's not get confused with dyslexic, hyperactive and learning gap. I'm sure this video will give some amount of clarity in understanding these different types of children, like we're having their various challenges. If you have any doubt, feel free always to contact me, and I will be there to handhold you and support you. So thank you very much for supporting us.